Hi, welcome back to my channel, and this is a sound off on the Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay, so it is Tuesday, 3:35 a.m. in Houston, Texas, and it is snowing outside. It is snowing. I wasn't designed for none of this, okay? So we gonna chop it up. Oh my goodness, what is really going on? What is happening? Okay, so let's get into this scene with Kiana, Giselle, and Wendy at Kiana's studio, her med spa. It was a cute scene. Everybody looked nice. I actually even like what Giselle was wearing. Yeah, everybody was cute. So this conversation about hyphenated last names or taking the man's last name or keeping your name. Number one, I feel away because this man is like dangling marriage over Kiana, and it's just like, girl, do you want to marry him? Like, you need to figure that out. Do you really feel like this is the person you want to spend the rest of your life with? Because why? I really feel like Kiana needs to run away from this man. Okay, girl. This funny looking man is trying to humble you. He is your biggest hater. Why do you even want to be married to him? Why do you want to take on this last name of his? This man acting like he royalty. Is he a billionaire and we don't know? His wardrobe don't give billionaire. His hairline don't give billionaire. And even if he was a billionaire, he just seemed miserable. Like, girl, it don't seem like you're going to be happy. If Kiana is going to stay on this show, she's going to have to talk about other things besides Greg and their relationship. She's just going to have to. He doesn't support you being on the show, and you really want to be on the show. Doesn't seem like he supports your med spa either, and you're very successful in making big money in that. Why does he even want to be with you? It doesn't seem like he likes nothing that you like. Y'all are not compatible. And y'all know earlier, Mia tried to call out Kiana and say, yeah, girl, you dating a drug dealer, yada, yada, yada. Kiana also told us that she was engaged to a man who died. Now, we don't know if the man who died was the drug dealer or if these were two different men. I kind of feel like they might be the same man. And I kind of feel like Kiana might be traumatized. It's giving that after she lost her fiance, she decided to go for a completely different type of man. And that's how she ended up with this guy. Okay? And I think that even though it's clear that y'all not compatible, y'all not working, I think she's really trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. That's what I really feel like she's trying to do. I think she needs to get some therapy. I really do think that she went for somebody completely different than a drug dealer, than a football player, you know, an athlete, because she might be a little traumatized. And because he is, she says so proudly, oh, he's a licensed clinician. What is he? A social worker, whatever the hell he is. She seems to be very impressed with that. And I can understand why. If you had a drug dealer fiance that was unalived or however he passed away out, we don't know, right? We don't really know, but I feel very strongly that the fiance that passed away and this drug dealer are the same guy. And if that is the case, I think that Kiana is traumatized. And so she went from one extreme to another extreme. This guy is not for you. And when I say he's not for you, he doesn't support you. He is not rooting for you. Your man's supposed to be your biggest fan, not your biggest hater. And this guy is the op. He's an op. You're going to be with him if you want to, but girl, I just suggest that if you're going to stay on this show, don't focus your conversations around him and your relationship, because girl, we don't want to see Well, we already can see what's gonna happen, and we don't want to see it. So keep your relationship to yourself, girl, because this is not it. And I say this in love because I really like Kiana, but I don't like watching a man beat down a woman and tear her down and tear her self-esteem down, telling her that she doesn't dress the part. With your round stomach in front of you, sir, that's another red flag for me. Is a man saw you out and about. He saw how beautiful you were. He saw how, lovely and bubbly and how beautiful your spirit was. And then he gets with you and he wants to strip things away from you. You shouldn't wear weave. You don't need to wear that dress. You don't need makeup. You don't need those shoes. You don't need this. You don't need that. But that's what you saw and you fell in love with. That's what you saw and you approached and you wanted to date and you wanted to partner up with. You moving into a house with her. You guys purchased a new house that you built from the ground up. That's the woman you chose. But now that you have her or you're trying to possess her, you want to strip her apart. Yeah, it's giving hater. But anyways, Karen being on Ozempic, uswana mi on day. I don't care. A lot of the housewives are on Ozempic. The Jersey girls are on Ozempic. The Dubai girls are on Ozempic. A lot of the girls are on Ozempic. Marlo admitted to being on it. Dolores admitted to being on it. Lisa, I don't care. Like, I do not care. Heather Gay, if it makes you feel good about yourself, whatever. Me personally, I would love to get on Ozempic because, I wouldn't mind getting on it. But then, what if I lose my booty? Like, I don't want to lose my ass. I don't want to lose my thighs. Like, I love how thick my legs are. Like, can you make the Ozempic go to certain spots and only certain spots? I don't think you can. So, yeah, no Ozempic for me. Okay, if Karen want to be on Ozempic, that's her business. A lot of girls go to these med spas and get Ozempic. Yeah, if Karen is on Ozempic, I promise I don't care. I don't know why Giselle cares. I think Giselle probably want to try it too. Like, child, as long as y'all don't overdo it and it don't take you up out of here and send you to the upper room, knock yourself out. Because y'all don't listen. Because y'all don't be listening. As far as her taking it for her being pre-diabetic, that sound cute, but we all know she's taking it because she want to look good. And she does look good, so I get okay, so this link up between Uncle Ray and Gordon, it was good. I'm not really that gagged because I've been telling y'all from the beginning that Mia is a liar. Mia is a liar. Gordon is a liar. Jacqueline is a liar. Ink is a liar. Everybody around Mia lies, okay? This is the thing, right? Is Gordon bipolar? Maybe. But do I believe that Gordon is all the time manic? The medication isn't helping him. He's going from this extreme to the next extreme. He's locking Mia in the room without her phone. I don't believe any of that. I'm sorry. I just don't. I don't believe it. And I'm going to tell y'all why. This is the thing, right? So all of last season, Mia and Gordon were the best of friends. They was hanging out. They was kikiing. They was making fun of Ashley. And remember, Gordon was like, I never believed Ashley was going to leave the sugar daddy. Why would you give up the sugar daddy? And then Mia was laughing and kikiing. And then they was talking about Karen and Ray's relationship and how Ray is old, so he's probably giving Karen permission to see other men on the side. Do y'all remember the many conversations that Gordon and Mia used to have about everybody else in this group? They were the best of friends. They got along just fine. There was no tension. There was no weird energy between them. They were getting along just fine. And then the season wrapped. And there was a lot of attention on Candace, as always. And Giselle and Candace not getting along. There was a lot of attention on Ashley and her divorce, not divorce. And then, of course, Robin and Juan was getting a whole bunch of attention. Monique even got some attention because she announced her divorce from Chris, or she was filing for divorce with Chris. And then I want to say 2 days later, Mia drops news that she's leaving Gordon. The entire season 8, you guys were the best of friends. Y'all were getting along great. Just like how they've acted the entire time they've been on Potomac. And then after cameras wrap, now you guys are having this horrible time in your marriage. He groomed you. He was the worst husband to you. He used to lock you up in the room. I don't believe any of it. I'm sorry. I don't believe it. I think what happened was Mia was not content with the performance that she gave, and she needed to turn it up. And they concocted this story just like they concocted her cancer story, just like they concocted that her mama was this terrible. Now, her mama was on drugs, but the way that Mia exaggerates her mother's condition, y'all seen it for yourselves. Mia and Gordon are liars, and they're working together. And I really feel like Gordon operates in the space of happy wife, happy life. Mia wants so badly to be on this show. She wants so badly to be the center of attention. She wants all the conversation around her. And I feel like they concocted a scheme. It was a scheme that they set up to come to us with the bullshit. I believe that, and no one is changing my mind. Because if you were having issues with your wife, Gordon, why would you run to Eddie, who is young enough to be your son? Why would you run to Eddie and Chris to tell them, oh, I have dirt on Mia. If your wives want to know something about Mia, hit me up. I can tell you everything. That was a setup. They were hoping that Candace and Wendy were petty enough to take the bait. They didn't take the bait. Had they taken the bait and run to the blogs or run to whomever and was like, oh my God, this is what's going on, that's what's going on, Mia would have played victim. They would have got to the reunion. Mia and Gordon are getting along. They would have looked stupid. They would have looked like the crazies. Mia is supposed to be friends with Karen. She was up until now very close to Karen and cool with this person and cool with that person. Why would Gordon call up Eddie and Chris to tell them about his marriage? I've never trusted these people. These people are full of crap. Now, when they brought into question Mia's son's paternity, that really annoyed me, okay? Because last season, Mia told NECA that she used IUI to conceive her son. At the reunion, she said it again, that she used IUI to conceive her son. But there was still a possibility that her child might belong to Inc. because there was some overlap in the raw sex. Sorry, but it is what it is. And to me, it doesn't make any sense. Because if you were trying naturally to conceive a child with your husband and you were unsuccessful, so you went the fertility treatment route, you went and spent all this money to start fertility treatments. While doing that, you went and you had unprotected sex with your ex-boyfriend. You were intentionally trying to conceive a child with your husband. So much so that you decided to use fertility treatments. While doing that, you cheated on your husband and had raw sex with your ex-boyfriend. And now you do not know who your son's father is. Ciao, bye. Like, you really slept with another man who was not your husband while you were doing fertility treatments. I'm sorry, but I really feel like Mia has convinced Gordon, Jacqueline, and Inc. that she must tell these ridiculous, outlandish stories in order to remain on the show. And they want Mia to be happy, so they back her up. Jacqueline want to be on this show so bad, so she backs her up. Her husband goes along with it because he wants his wife to be happy. That's it, and that's all. Gordon supposedly lost his job, and he's been kicked out of the family business. But yet he has time to snatch up the kids, take them to a babysitter who lives on a farm, and then go vacation at Martha's Vineyard. He broke, and he don't have no income. He don't got no job, but he has time to go on vacations to Martha's Vineyard. And we're supposed to really believe that Gordon is broke? All of this is a big, fat, outrageous lie. Nothing that Mia has told us is true. None of it is true. So yeah, I know that this one-on-one between Gordon and Uncle Ray was supposed to be, oh my God, it was supposed to gag us. I was not gagged because it confirmed everything I knew. Mia's a liar. Gordon goes along with the lies to a certain extent, and then he has to like clean everything up. And that's what he did in this episode. Now, Stacey going to meet with this lawyer and not listening to any of the advice the woman is trying to give her. At this point, I don't care, okay? I'm not that invested in Stacey. I was enjoying her in the beginning, but I'm not that invested. Like, at this point, I don't care about her. She's starting to get on my nerves more than I was enjoying her. And I just don't care. If you want to be stupid, that's you, girl. That's your life. That's you and your daughter's life. You be stupid if you want to. Her frou-frou fake relationship with TJ, you can miss me with that as well, okay? The airhead antics, I'm over it. Okay, she playing in our face about this divorce and about this relationship, and child next. Y'all remember season 2 when Sharice was getting a divorce from her ex-husband? She was telling, was it Karen? I don't remember who she was telling, but she was saying to somebody that when it comes to the money, she knows that her ex-husband is never going to play with her about that. He'll never keep me away from the money. He'll never do that. And then she also, I do remember her telling Karen that she would never leave her house in Potomac. All my memories are here. I raised my children in that house. I will never leave this house. Only for her to return season 7 and tell Robin that her ex-husband spent over $1 million on legal fees in order to keep her away from the money. He didn't feel like she was entitled to none of it. So he spent over $1 million to try to basically keep the money away from her. And she had to sell her house. Stacey, you sit up there and continue to be clueless if you want to. You the one that's going to have to suffer the consequences. The rest of us, we won't be there. We don't care. Now, the fact that Giselle is purchasing her daughter's an investment property is hilarious. Because that's exactly what Candace's mother did for her. That's what Miss Dot did for Candace. When Candace was in college, Miss Dot purchased a townhome for Candace so that she could have peace of mind, know her child was safe in a nice environment. When she visits, she has a space to live in. Instead of throwing away rent money, she purchased an investment so that her child could live comfortably. When she come to town, she has somewhere comfortable to be. She don't got to be ripping and running through hotels. And when the time came, they sold that house for over $1 million. While the rest of you have been throwing away rent money year after year after year after year, she put it in a home. And they sold the home and walked away with a bag. And that's what Giselle is trying to do for her girls. But when Candace did it, when Candace's mama did that for her, the girls were mad. The girls were jealous of you, Candace. You couldn't have it, so you don't want nobody else to have it. You couldn't have it, so you didn't want Candace to have it. And Giselle is what, 17, 18 years older than Candace and was big mad and jealous. The girls was mad, girl. Then there's a whole chunk of people on Twitter saying, well, it's not the same because Candace was grown. She was in her 30s. You guys be loud and wrong. Y'all enjoy being loud and wrong. When Miss Dot purchased the home for Candace, Candace was in college. That was stated on the show several times. She showed pictures of her and her college friends at the house. You could tell by the fashions. It was the early 2000s. Candace went to college. After college, she interned in the White House. After that, she went on the campaign trail to re-elect President Obama. After that, she did the pageant. So maybe she wasn't working a regular 9-to-5 and was making the money to afford a 1-bedroom apartment. She didn't need to do that because her mama had her. Her mama said, go follow your dreams. Mama got you. And the girls were mad. The girls were mad because y'all mamas can't do that for y'all. Y'all mama and daddy can't do that for y'all, but it's okay. You don't have to be jealous. Hating Candace is not going to change that about your life. You know what I have always found to be funny is that the women on the show could not stand Candace, but they're all raising little Candaces. Giselle is definitely raising privileged daughters. Ashley is raising privileged children. Monique is raising privileged children. All of you guys are raising privileged kids. The only person that understood that was Karen. Karen knew Raven was not about to suffer. Okay, Raven wasn't about to be living in a raggedy apartment, rubbing her coins together to stay warm. She knew that. That's why she always had a soft spot for Candace, because she was like, my child ain't gonna be no different. I'm gonna make sure my daughter good. Y'all were all jealous of Candace. And your kids are going to basically live the same life Candace is living. Monique and Ashley especially. Monique probably would have never married Chris if her parents would have provided certain things for her in her young adulthood when she was trying to figure herself out in life. Ashley, the same thing. She was 21 when she got with that scab of a... The man looked like Schmeagol. You cannot tell me at 21 your body was craving something that looks like that. That was unfortunate, Ashley. You did what you had to do, and I'm not judging you, but you know that if you had an option, you wouldn't have married that weird-looking man. You wouldn't have got with him. You got with him out of survival. And you know what else I find funny? The jealousy that they all have for Candace, I feel as though Mia has that jealousy when it comes to Giselle's children. Let's talk about it. Ever since she made that comment that Giselle presents her daughters as perfect on social media, she doesn't tell people what's really going on with them, right? I was like, oh, this bitch is jealous. She mad. When you were those girls' age, what were you up to? What were you doing? You were mooching off of Jacqueline. When Mia was those girls' ages, she wasn't living with her mom. Her mom wasn't parading her and showing everybody like, oh, this is my pride and joy, Mia. Look how good Mia's doing at school. Mia's so this, Mia's so great. You didn't have that. You didn't have that. And when you saw that Giselle gets to do that with her daughters, you felt the way about it. When you were those girls' ages, you were sleeping at Jacqueline's house. You ran away from your grandmother's house so you could go be free and wild at Jacqueline's house. You wasn't thinking about college. You ran off to North Carolina to go be an entertainer at the steak and lobster joint. You mad. You're jealous and you're envious of these young girls. That's why you was calling them whores. Now, I don't know how many more TJ and Stacey scenes I can stomach. I'm over it. I do not like TJ. I do not like adults that don't consider children. You're dating this woman and you're going to tell her, I want to come to your house. She is in the very early stages of divorce, or so she claims. And she says her daughter didn't even know that her parents were separating. Her daughter didn't even know that her and her husband were getting a divorce. I assume she knows now. But she has barely had time to really take that in and accept it. And you're like, can I come to your house? I want to be shown. I want your husband to know about us. I don't like him. He has no consideration for how this will affect Stacey and her child. I don't like people like that. This child's father is allegedly moving out of the house that they have shared as a family for many years. And you want to invite yourself over there. You don't think that that's a problem? You don't think that that's going to be a hiccup? You don't think that's going to make that child feel some type of way? No, you cannot come. And you're gross for even, like when she said, no, I don't think that that's good. This is where my child lives. Like, I don't want to make her uncomfortable. The look of disappointment on his face. Sir, you're gross. You're gross and you're selfish and I don't like you and I'm not buying anything you're selling. Go away from us with this Apollo. You and your bad acting. And I'm not buying those tears that you were giving. I'm not buying none of that, sir. Pack it up and go. So y'all saw how Karen was getting ready for Ashley's drag show and she had to go talk to Uncle Ray and get his approval for her outfit. Child, bye. Um, I guess. I'm not mad at the scene because it needed to happen. Uncle Ray downloads Karen about, this is what I found out, and I didn't know this and I didn't know that. And as far as her having full custody, that's not real. And the divorce is on pause. Well, the people knew that. There was no record of Mia filing for divorce. So we all knew she was lying about that. G had to come and clean up this mess that Mia created because she's very disorganized, okay, with her lies. Now, Karen pretending to be gagged by all this newfound information. Girl, you ain't fooling me, okay? And in fact, you told on yourself a little bit because we all know you sent Ray to talk to G to get the tea on Mia. And Gordon knows why he was spilling said tea, okay? You sent him to do something, and Mia also sent Gordon to do something. You're not fooling me. But you know what? I feel like the same way Karen sent Ray to go get the tea on Mia and Gordon is the same way Karen sent Ray to go and convince Chris to apologize to Giselle season 7 when Giselle made such a mess for herself with all her lies and she couldn't get out of it. I think she sent him that time. I've always felt that way. Because at the end of the day, Giselle and Karen, they always gonna work together so that they can remain on this show. Because this show is their saving grace, okay? Y'all ain't fooling me, y'all not low. Now, Mia and Jacqueline rolled up to Ashley's drag show looking like Ronnie and Trixie. Like two buffoons, like two clowns. Jacqueline, you not tired of being made a fool of? And the way she was walking, she really thought she was doing something. This outfit, first of all, I'm not mad at the outfit, but you ain't got enough. Let me shut up. Let me not. I don't want to body shame. I don't want to body shame. If she felt good in her outfit, girl, okay. Okay, girl. If you felt good about what you had on, kudos to you. But Mia really be setting you up. She really be setting you up to look stupid and ridiculous. And it's like the fact that you don't see it, or maybe you do see it and you just don't care. It's really the dumb leading the blind when it comes to you two. Like two buffoons, two characters, two idiots. I guess. But anyways, down to Ashley's drag show, Giselle and Karen calling Mia out on her lies was everything to me. I enjoyed it. I was very much pleased because I'm tired of Mia's lies, okay? We all know she lies, but the lies that she tells are so ridiculous and so insulting to our intelligence. And she needed to be embarrassed. And I was here for every moment of it. She tried to be like, well, let's talk about your drunk driving. And no, bitch. Karen being a drunk driver is par for the course. You know how many housewives have been drinking and driving and getting DUIs and getting embarrassed and getting locked up and having to do community service and rehab? I'm not excusing it. I'm not excusing it. Okay, that was definitely a poor decision. It was a lapse in better judgment. However, you exploiting your children, exploiting your mom's drug addiction, exploiting your, and I don't even care about her exploiting her husband because he's going along with it, but the mockery you made of people who have mental illness and have bipolar disorder is disgusting, and you needed to be embarrassed. See, Mia really has an issue. When Candace told her, you are a projector, everything you say about everyone else is what you feel about yourself, Candace ain't never lied, okay? Because that's exactly it. Mia sits there and she just comes up with these outlandish lies because she feels inadequate. She doesn't feel comfortable. She doesn't feel comfortable amongst these women. So she always has to do something stupid to make herself feel like she's supposed to be there. I'm going to tell these crazy lies, and while these ladies clock my lies, I'm going to say they're obsessed with me and they're obsessed with my life. When Karen said to Mia, we're not prying in your life, you share this with us, you tell this to us, that's true. But not only does she share this with you guys, she pushes it on to everyone. You showed up to everybody's event this season giving your sob story. Oh my God, Gordon is manic. Oh my God, Ink is breaking up with me. I didn't know where my children were. It's antic after antic after antic, and it's just not even believable. And the fact that you don't realize that nobody's buying what you're selling is pathetic. Now, Stacey trying to defend Mia is getting old with me. Stacey, you just got here, okay? You just got here. You don't know anything. Stop trying to defend this woman. You look stupid. You look dumb. Like, girl, like, no. You going down the wrong road, okay? The wrong road. It's almost as if production has, you know, told Stacey, hey, can you jump in and defend Mia a little bit? Can you help me out? You know, the other girls, you know, they're jumping on her. Can you help? Like, have you been instructed to help Mia? What's really the tea? Because you cannot tell me as a full-grown woman, okay, that you're listening to what Mia is saying and you're buying what Mia is saying. Mia can sit up there and say that Karen is a whore who opens her legs to any man, and that's fine. It's okay for her to say that. But it's not okay for Karen to say, girl, you've been lying this whole time to us. You've been telling us this, that, and the third. You ain't tell us about the paternity test, and you've been sitting up here harassing us and choking us on your lies. We tired of it. Mia. But Stacey, you object to that, but you don't object to what Mia is saying. Stacey, you're starting to click down, okay? You really are. But anyways, that's all I really have. I just can't. I cannot with Mia. And like I said, I'm glad that they called her out on her lies. Because pretending that you believe anything that Mia has to say is just dumb. I know that a lot of people are like, well, Mia been lying since day one. Mia has been lying since day one. But this is the thing. Nobody ever took Mia serious. No one ever really took anything Mia had to say serious. When they realized how much of a liar she was, no one took her serious. That is why this season she is hyper focused on telling people every little thing about her, because they don't pay attention to her ordinarily. No one cared about what she was talking about before. How, like, it's just little things. Like, she lies so much she can't keep up with the lies. You telling us that you guys are so broke and y'all don't have this and you don't have that, y'all don't have that. But why doesn't Gordon have a job? Why hasn't Gordon gone to find a job? He's going back and forth to, like, child, it's just little things that just don't add up. And she's mad that people have a brain and can easily see through the BS when it comes to her. Ugh, I just can't. I can't with Mia. I cannot with Mia. Anyways, I forgot to say how good I thought Kiana looked. She looked really good. She's 6, 7, 8. Okay, you did that. Like the denim with the little booty cheeks hanging out and her cowboy hat. Yes, girl. Come here, you sexy little thing. You know I love to turn you on. She looked good in her Levi jeans, okay? In her Levi booty shorts. She was doing it, okay? That's my kind of carrying on, okay? I just thought I'd let y'all know how I thought that was cute. Everybody else was okay. Wendy's outfit was okay. I wanted to get that in pink. But anyways, everybody looked okay. But Kiana, to me, she won. But yeah, that's all the energy I got for these girls. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and share my video if you will. And I'll see you next episode. Thanks for watching.